Hey, what's going on YouTube? This video is going to be about how I started my locks, as well as some other questions that are frequently asked. And I found this tag from a YouTuber who I've been subscribed to for a while now. His name is Lazy Dreads. He has plenty of videos to choose from. They cover a lot of different topics or any kind of questions you've had. Definitely he helped me out a lot when I first started my locks. And there was a lot of videos that gave me good information. He seems really thoughtful and nice and really down to earth. You should definitely check him out, Lazy Dreads. All right, so let's just get the video started. When did you decide to start your locks? Where were you and how did you feel? So I decided to start my locks, well, 16 months ago. I had just moved to Florida. I've had every type of hairstyle imaginable. I've tried everything. I've had the permed hair, I had the teeny weeny afro, the big afro, I've had the twist outs, the braid outs, the braids. I've done a lot of things, and when I first moved to Florida, I was ready for something new. I was in a new phase of my life and I wanted something new, and I felt like locks would fit me perfectly, and they have. What method did you use? So in the very beginning, I found a loctician and she used the comb coil method with gel. So she washed my hair, she sectioned it, and she used gel to twist it. I went under the hair dryer, and after that I've been semi-free-forming. So after that first month, I waited a little while and I washed my hair about 3 weeks in, and after that, that's all I do. I just wash my hair every week and I spritz it with water. I don't retwist, and yeah, but that's how I started. I started with the comb coil method. How old are they? My locks are 16 months. What's your longest dread and what's your shortest? I think this one's my longest. This one could be 2, but my locks aren't even, but that's okay. I didn't want it to be perfect or anything, but I think my shortest, let's see, it's somewhere back here. I think it's maybe that one, but it's in the back, so it's really hard to tell. Do you have a unique lock? I do. It's my 2-headed dragon. It's my only one, but I think it's pretty cool. What products do you use? I only use 2 products. My shampoo and a bottle of water that I spritz. That's it. Just 2 things. I like to keep it very simple. And I've switched up between water, rosemary water, aloe water, that kind of stuff. How often do you wash? I wash my hair once a week at the least and 3 times at the most, but mostly I'd say between 1 and 2 times a week. How many locks do you have? I have about 90 locks. Maintenance? Other than getting my hair sectioned that very first month, after that I have not gone back and I semi-freeform. But if I do decide to touch up my hair a little bit or use a little bit of maintenance, which I try to keep to a minimum, but if I do, sometimes I'll have loose hairs near the roots, which is normal because your locks are still kind of immature and it will happen. But if I have like a loose hair that's at my root and it doesn't really know where to go yet, I'll kind of train it by getting that loose hair to the closest lock and I'll wrap it around, but I only do it when it's wet. And also if I had some fuzz down here, to me it's like in the safe zone, but I wouldn't recommend doing this too early because I feel like your hair is still pretty loose and it hasn't really matured, because the more mature they get tighter. So in the beginning I wouldn't recommend this, but what I did after my first year mark, I trimmed it up a little bit near here and I could tell they weren't gonna lock. It was just some like loose fuzz and I trimmed it a little bit, but I even do that way less. I've only done that maybe twice since I've gotten my locks. I try to keep that to a minimum, but every now and then that's the maintenance that I do. If your locks could have a personal motto, what would they be? Probably patience, and it's all good. You need patience for locks, it's just part of the journey. But it's also all good because I feel like my hair is really happy this way. It's been flourishing, it feels healthy and thick, and it's growing. And my hair was in bad shape before. When I had my afro, it's just the weather and different products. I was a product junkie. That was a real thing. But after that, this way I leave my hair at peace, I feel like. I don't use very many products and my hair is growing, and it feels really good and it doesn't take that much. So I feel like my hair it's all good. If you could start over, what would you do differently? I'm honestly pretty happy with how my locks are right now, but if I were to do something differently, I probably would have gone a little bit more freeform. I really admire the look. I think it's beautiful. I think it's so natural looking, and I really admire the people who do it, but it's not completely for me. But if I were to start over, I probably would have separated a little bit less and would have kept my hands out of my hair a little bit more so I could have some more two-headed dragons and a little bit more of a unique look. Even though they're unique now, it would be kind of cool if I just left it alone a little bit, but I'm pretty happy how they are now. Anything else unique about your appearance? Piercings, tattoos? Well, right now I just have my ears pierced, just regular old ear piercings. I used to have a nose piercing since I was 18, and I've had it in and out throughout the years, but this past year I kind of just left it out. And I have 2 tattoos. Do you have any beads or decorations? I really want to, but for some reason I just haven't been motivated to go out there and look. I don't know why. I feel like I'm just kind of happy with how they are now, but I would love beads or the ones that kind of like wrap around your lock. I think there's a lot of cool, really good looking ones out there, but for some reason I don't know, I feel like my locks are definitely not all the same size, and I have to find out where to go, or if I go online, which one I should look at. And if anything, I definitely wet my hair every morning, and I mean like I soak it. So I don't know how often I have to take them out and put them back in. And I think that's the one thing that's been stopping me, but I'm definitely interested. I'll get to it one day, I promise. How many people do you know with locks? I mean, I guess I know a lot of people, especially here on YouTube. I've met a lot of great people that I still talk to on YouTube. That's kind of where I met most of the people I know with locks. But being in Florida, it's definitely not out of the ordinary to see someone with locks. I mean, with the hot weather, it's nice to have hairstyle that doesn't take too much effort. But yeah, I guess I know a few people. Especially, I have a dear friend of mine, Nyoka. She definitely inspired me to have locks. She has lovely locks, and I always admire them. And also my friend Terry, he has very long locks. They look great on him, and you can just tell it's thick and it's really long, and they're definitely a sight to see. Have any employers turned you down because of your locks, or have they hired you because of them? Well, in my past job, they were definitely pretty lenient on having piercings, tattoos, different types of hairstyles, hair colors, stuff like that. So it definitely wasn't a problem with me starting my locks. Never had a problem. And I can't say I've been turned down because of them, because I was growing them while I was still at that job. So I haven't really experienced that, even though I know it's out there. But if anything, I really haven't gotten any sort of negative feedback, so I guess it's a good thing. And I haven't been hired for my locks. If anything, if that does happen, it would probably be through YouTube for some kind of promotional thing, but yeah, that hasn't really happened either. What's the weirdest, dumbest question you've gotten so far? Yeah, it would definitely be the "do you wash your hair" thing. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. Yeah. And have you had any embarrassing moments with your locks? Honestly, no. Such a relief. Maybe there was one time, it was a really windy day, and I think there was a leaf in the back of my hair, just got caught in my locks. It's hard to feel things, and I guess they can pick up stuff like lint. You gotta be careful with that. So, she pulled a leaf out of my hair, and I just kind of laughed though. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. I wasn't that embarrassed, but I can see how that's embarrassing. Yeah. So I think that's enough for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you can relate to anything or any one of these questions. I always love to hear from you guys. And if you want to do the tag yourself, please feel free, and even add questions that I didn't cover. So like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.